All right, guys, Shotty T here. We got another week in the Warzone duel. This is the last week. We lost, unfortunately, this weekend. It was a hard fought battle, but they ended up winning by attrition. Like, they just had more troops and resources the deeper the thing got, and ultimately, they had more numbers that just lasted longer at the end, and it does end up being a numbers game. So it looks like we're going to be facing off against 215. So far, so good. If we bring the same effort against 245, we plus a little bit more participation, we should win. We do have higher end power than 215 compared to 245. 245 was closer together, and I believe 245 is going to beat 237 because SOD is a pretty strong and active alliance, and they got other servers that do help other alliances that help out in that server as well. So nothing changed as far as what our role is this week. But as far as the calendar update, there was an update. If you guys have Discord, if you're in the Discord group, they had mentioned that Season 4 is available in servers now. And as you can see here, it's now updated on the calendar. We don't know how many days we are away from our end, but it says Season 4 has begun. Oni are lurking in the shadows and awaiting their chance. Command to rally your strength and banish the darkness and reignite the light. So it looks like um, it's going to be a dark versus light type of ordeal. So this in season 1, you had the Crimson Plague. You had to get rid of viruses. In season 2, you had the polar ice storm. You start out in the cold and you had to warm up the grounds towards the center. Season 3, you had the desert, and you had to beautify the campus, make it more green. So here, I'm sure it's going to be a dark server that you have to turn into the light. So I did save a coordinate from server 3 because that coordinate was shared because it allows you to download the season 4 I guess package, and then also get a free 100 diamonds. So I took advantage of that. But here, this is one of the earlier servers in the game. So as you can see, this map is not developed. When I first went here, it was pretty dark in this area, but you can see some cool visual stuff here. These are the Doom Elites. They look like this now. Well, not the Doom Elites, the Doom Walkers. They look like that. The Doom Elites are wolves now. It looks like Sacred Ward and Mithril are the currency, just like season 3. And then it says here in the darkness, zombie attributes increased by 50%. So the idea is to see the light. So so that's all we got. It's just a real way too early preview of season 3, season 4. But I'm just curious to see what type of power would that season server 3 has. They probably got people that are like in the $1 million power, a million point power. That's not too bad. So this must not be a well server. Let's see. Yeah, 285. Yeah, we had people that were stronger than that in our server. So always curious to see what the older servers look like. So I just got another. Anytime I get introduced to another server, I just save a coordinate in there as a bookmark just to see what's going on. And it looks like another thing that I've noticed. Let me go to this server here. This alliance, I think this is the most prominent alliance in this server, is that you see these things here. So it looks like the the dogs are probably going to be a key thing. The dog HQ skin, it looks like a ninja now. So I'm not so just like in season 3, you had the cats and the pyramid. So you're gonna have the dog, and I'm curious to see what other skin is gonna be um, noteworthy for the season. It looks like it might be this castle here. I see a lot of people with this castle, or it could be this. Looking at the darkness theme, we will see. But we're far away from that. Of course, I'll have more details in another video. but it's probably going to be this because I'm seeing a lot of those um, structures. Of course, I don't have that structure because I opted to get something else from the campaign from the season store instead of getting that. So yeah, shadowy and ancient castles. So it sounds like that might be the other one, but we'll find out once we get to that stage. But yeah, season 4 is around the corner. After we have server war this week, I'm curious to see what event we're gonna have next week. So it's a pretty downtime right now for us in our timeline. So I'm still taking requests for any video content that you guys want me to put out there. Of course, I'll still come up with some other things that cater to other alliances. I might do another. Um, I know a lot of people had showed interest in the day by day account, so I might do like a day by day versus probably not 5 days in a row because usually I have something going on. But I might do. I might. Which day of the week would you like to show um, versus activity of what I do? I think last week we did day 3. So what would you like to see? You're not going to see day 2 because that's the night. So would you like to see day 4, day 5, enemy buster day? Just let me know. Now I will tell you that enemy buster day. Um, Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that because we got some people that surprisingly don't know how to fight. So I think I'm gonna do that this week. I'm gonna do a day 6 live action, which is going to include the server war. Now, it's definitely going to have some voiceover there because I will be out of town in a crowd that morning of the server war. So I'll just record it and then do the voiceover edit after the fact. So, so you won't be able to apply it right away, but at least you'll have that as a bookmark for future day 6s. So yeah, but let me know if there's anything else you guys want me to put out there. But again, you will still get some other content this week. I don't want it to be completely dry. I'll have something for you guys. But anyway, guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.